Alright, so in Marathon, you've got 7 different runner shells available at launch, and choosing the right one is honestly a big deal. Before every round, you pick a shell, and that choice basically defines how you're going to play the match. Think of shells like high-tech combat suits that shape your abilities, your traits, and even the kind of impact you'll have on your squad. Each one comes with its own unique gadgets too. So you're not just changing stats, you're changing your entire toolkit. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Some shells already feel a little stronger than others, especially in squad play, but it's not that simple. A shell that dominates in coordinated team fights might struggle if you're playing more independently, and vice versa. So in this video, we're breaking down the squad-focused shells, talking about what they're best at, where they shine, and which ones actually fit your playstyle the most. Let's get into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking shells for squads in Marathon. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The shells in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Vandal. Now here is where things get a little interesting, because Vandal is one of those shells that makes you go, wait, why is this only B tier? Vandal is actually an excellent pick when you are playing in a team. Her mobility comes with absolutely no downsides, which is a rare luxury in Marathon. You move faster, you jump higher, and that alone opens up so many small but important plays. Need to rotate quickly? Vandal. Need to take high ground before the enemy even realizes what is happening? Vandal. She can reposition, scout, and create angles that other shells simply cannot reach in time. In coordinated squads, that extra speed and verticality can quietly carry entire engagements. And here is the funny part. If you get separated from your team, which always happens at the worst possible moment, Vandal does not panic. She can actually survive on her own. Her mobility gives her the freedom to disengage, reset fights, or chase down weak targets without instantly getting punished. In solo situations, she feels smooth, fluid, and honestly kind of unfair if you know how to move properly. But when it comes to pure group impact, she does not bring anything flashy to the table. No big team utility, no massive squad-wide buffs, nothing that screams, build your entire strategy around me. That is the ironic twist. In solo play, she feels like a star. In squad play, she is more like the reliable teammate who always shows up and does their job well, but never steals the spotlight. And that balance is exactly why she lands comfortably in B tier. The shells in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Destroyer and Assassin. If B tier was solid and reliable, A tier is where things start getting seriously dangerous. Let's talk about Destroyer first, because this shell is basically the definition of well-rounded. In Marathon squads, versatility is everything, and Destroyer delivers on all fronts. He can hold space, he can push, and most importantly, he can protect his team without feeling passive. That balance between defense and offense is what makes him so strong in coordinated play. The real star of the show is Flash Shield. This ability lets you deploy a protective barrier that your teammates can shoot through safely. Imagine your squad holding a choke point while bullets fly everywhere, and your team is just calmly firing from behind cover that the enemy cannot punish. It creates instant structure in chaotic fights. Good squads turn that shield into a moving fortress. Then there is his prime ability, which flips the switch from defensive anchor to frontline menace. When your team is under pressure or even knocked down, Destroyer can go aggressive and take control of the fight. Instead of crumbling when things go wrong, he gives your squad a second wind. That clutch potential alone makes him feel incredibly valuable in high-stakes engagements. Now, shifting gears to Assassin, because this one is interesting. Invisibility and smoke are still very strong tools in group play. Being able to disappear, reposition, or create confusion never really goes out of style. You can still flank, escape bad situations, or set up sneaky plays that make the enemy question their life choices. However, here is the catch. Assassin does not synergize particularly well with most other shell abilities. His kit is powerful, but it feels self-focused. He excels at individual plays rather than enabling the entire squad. In solo situations, that can feel overwhelming. In coordinated team fights, though, he is no longer the unstoppable nightmare he once seemed to be. He is still dangerous, just not quite as game-breaking when everyone is working together. The shells in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Recon, Triage, and Thief. This is where things stop being balanced and start being borderline unfair. Recon sits comfortably at the top, and honestly, it is not even close. This shell dominates in solo play, but when you bring him into a coordinated squad, he becomes the brain of the entire operation. Information wins fights in marathon, and recon feeds your team a constant stream of it. Knowing exactly where the enemy is before they know where you are is the kind of advantage that does not just help, it decides outcomes. The beauty of recon is that his value multiplies in a group. Once you identify enemy positions, you pass that information to your squad, and suddenly every push is calculated. No blind entries, no guessing, no panic. You are not reacting anymore, you are executing. And that shift in tempo is massive. Ideally, you pair recon with aggressive shells like Destroyer and Assassin. Recon finds the targets, and they do the heavy lifting. Destroyer storms in with pressure and presence. Assassin isolates and eliminates. It becomes a clean system. One provides vision, the others provide damage. Simple, brutal, effective. Now let us talk about triage, because this is the most dramatic transformation from solo to squad play on the entire list. In solo, triage feels underwhelming. There is only so much healing you can do for yourself before you wish you had more firepower instead. But in a team, triage is mandatory. At some point, every squad gets caught in crossfire. It is not a matter of if, it is when. Having triage means your team does not collapse the moment things get messy. He can heal allies from a distance, keeping pressure alive while the enemy expects you to retreat. And it gets even better. Triage can share the benefits of healing consumables with the entire team. That means more efficiency, more sustainability, and fewer wasted resources. Over a long match, that resource advantage quietly stacks up and makes a huge difference. He does not just heal health bars, he extends your squad's lifespan. Then we have Thief, and this one completely changes the dynamic of group play. The drone alone is game-defining. Being able to scout opponents safely before committing gives your squad control over positioning and timing. You are not walking into traps, you are setting them. On top of that, marking enemies for your teammates is an absolute blessing during chaotic fights. Everyone knows who to focus, everyone knows where to aim, and let us not forget the cherry on top, stealing valuable loot from opponents. You are not just winning fights, you are profiting from them. That combination of vision, utility, and economy control is exactly why Thief earns that S-tier badge. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.